What's brewing in Istanbul's elite circles? A night of tension at La Blanche. Ever wondered what happens when past promises and present passions collide in the glitzy heart of Istanbul? What if a single glance could unravel years of unspoken truths? Buckle up, because magazine news and gossip is diving into the electrifying drama that unfolded last night at Nisantasy's chic La Blanche restaurant, where the air crackled with tension and the stakes couldn't have been higher. Last night, the upscale streets of Nisantasy became the stage for a jaw-dropping encounter that has the gossip world buzzing. Picture this: Demet Özdemir, the radiant star who's no stranger to headlines, and Sara Bluma, the enigmatic beauty often tangled in media storms, found themselves under the same roof. Add Yaman, the heartthrob caught in the eye of this emotional hurricane, and you've got a recipe for a night no one will forget. Was it fate, coincidence, or something more? Let's unravel the sizzling details of this unforgettable showdown. The scene was set at La Blanche, a luxurious haven where Istanbul's elite sip wine and trade secrets. Around 8:45 p.m., Yaman and Sara Bluma strolled in, their chemistry undeniable as they requested a discreet VIP table tucked away in the restaurant's intimate corner. The mood was warm, the lights were low, and the night promised romance, until the doors swung open 30 minutes later. Enter Demet Özdemir, flanked by her childhood friend Burcu and her manager, radiating an effortless elegance that turned heads. The room fell silent, as if the universe itself held its breath. What happened next was a masterclass in unspoken drama. As Demet's eyes scanned the room, they locked onto Can and Sara. For a fleeting moment, time froze. No words, no outbursts, just a piercing, icy gaze from Demet that carried the weight of 1,000 unsaid words. Can, caught off guard, lowered his fork and bowed his head, as if shielding himself from the intensity of her stare. Sara, meanwhile, bit her lip, her expression shifting from confidence to unease. Was she sensing a crack in her connection with Ken? The tension was palpable, like a storm cloud ready to burst. Whispers rippled through the restaurant as patrons and staff alike sensed the electricity in the air. One witness described the moment. When Demet walked in, it was like the oxygen left the room. Can's face was a mix of shock and something deeper, regret, maybe? Sara stiffened, her eyes darting between them. Another diner noted, Demet didn't flinch. She stood tall, her silence louder than any argument. You could feel the history between them. Then, in a move that stunned everyone, Can stood abruptly, took Sara's arm and murmured, "Let's get out of here." Sara hesitated, her face betraying a flicker of resistance, but Can's determined expression left no room for debate. They exited in a hush, their departure as charged as their arrival. Can didn't look back, not once. But the weight of that moment lingered, heavy and unresolved. Back at Demet's table, the mood was somber. Her friends, unsure of what to say, sat in silence as Demet sipped her water and gazed out the window, where rain had just begun to fall. In a quiet moment, she leaned toward her manager and whispered, "He's still afraid of me. He runs every time he sees me." Her words, laced with a mix of strength and sorrow, spoke volumes about the history they shared, a history that refuses to stay buried. Social media erupted as eyewitnesses spilled the tea. One ex-post read, "Demet's entrance was iconic. The whole place went quiet and Can couldn't handle it. He grabbed Sara and bolted." Another user wrote, "Demet's silence was her superpower. No tears, no drama, just pure strength." Sara looked shaken, like she knew something shifted. The hashtag DemetSara clash trended within hours, with thousands of comments dissecting every glance and gesture. Can's reaction proves he's not over Demet, One fan speculated. Sara's face said it all. This relationship's on thin ice. Another chimed in. As the night unfolded, rumors swirled about a leaked message allegedly sent by Can to a close friend. The tabloids claim it read, "Seeing Demet like that, it broke me. I didn't tell Sara, but I'm still hurting." Her silent look was worth 1,000 words. Whether authentic or not, the message captures the raw emotion of the moment, fueling speculation about Can's unresolved feelings. The next morning, Bluma fanned the flames with a cryptic Instagram story. When ghosts from the past reappear, maybe it's because you haven't truly closed that chapter. Fans immediately read it as a jab at Demet, hinting at tension not just between the two women but within Sara's relationship with Demet, ever the enigma, stayed silent on social media. Her publicist, however, issued a brief statement. Last night, Demet returned home to her children and fell asleep reading them a story. No matter what happens, she remains a devoted mother. That encounter was no mere coincidence. It was a moment where old wounds spoke louder than words. This wasn't just a chance meeting. It was a collision of past and present, a spark that reignited long-simmering emotions. The gossip mill is churning with questions. Is Can still haunted by his history with Demet? Does Sara's cryptic post signal trouble in paradise? And what does Demet's stoic silence really mean? One thing's clear. This story is far from over. The internet is ablaze with theories. Some fans argue Demet's composure was a power move, a testament to her resilience. She didn't need to say a word to win that moment, one supporter posted. Others believe Can's hasty exit betrays a heart still tethered to his past. He couldn't even look at her for long, a commenter noted. That's not closure, that's fear. Meanwhile, Sara's subtle shade has divided fans, with some praising her boldness and others questioning her confidence. She's trying to act unbothered, but that post screams insecurity, one ex-user quipped. Let's zoom out for a moment. Nasantasy, with its glittering lights and high society charm, is no stranger to drama, but this encounter feels different. It's not just about celebrity gossip, it's about human emotions laid bare. Demet, Can, and Sara aren't just names and headlines. They're people navigating love, loss, and the weight of public scrutiny. Every glance, every whispered word, carries the echoes of their shared history. And in those fleeting seconds at La Blanche, that history came roaring back to life. What makes this moment so gripping? It's the universality of it all. Who hasn't felt the sting of seeing an ex across a crowded room? Who hasn't wrestled with the ghosts of what could have been? For Demet, Can, and Sara, that restaurant wasn't just a backdrop, it was a battlefield where silence spoke louder than screams. And for us, the audience, it's a front row seat to a saga that's equal parts heartbreaking and thrilling. As the rain fell outside La Blanche, it mirrored the storm brewing within. Demet's quiet strength, Can's conflicted exit, and Sara's veiled Instagram jab paint a picture of a triangle still tangled in unresolved threads. Will this encounter spark a reckoning, or is it just another chapter in a story with no end? One ex-post summed it up perfectly. Some accounts never close, no matter how many years pass. This is just the beginning. Magazine News and Gossip is here to keep you in the loop as this drama unfolds. What do you think? Did Demet's silence steal the show, or is Can's quick exit the real headline? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep the conversation buzzing. Until next time, stay tuned for the juiciest scoops from Istanbul and beyond.